It's certainly becoming more technologically inclined on every end. You know, you've got your Kindles and you've got shows like this, and you know, you have online advertising, marketing towards blogs, things like that, you know, print on demand. But I think every 5 minutes someone heralds a giant change in publishing, and it's a pretty old business. You know, I feel like it's expanding, and I think it's making small changes for the better, but I don't think it's markedly different than it was 40 or 50 years ago. I think what's different is people care less about books, and therefore the industry reacts to that, but I don't think it's changing in terms of the quality of work, in terms of what sort of passes through the gauntlet of, you know, I mean, we publish a lot more books now than we used to, but I feel like, you know, every 5 years there's a piece in the New York Times about how paperback originals are the new thing. And, you know, there'll be a piece about how we should do it just like the British do, you know, until you're Ian McEwan and until you're J.K. Rowling, no hardcovers for you, sir. And I know because I help place those pieces. It's what I do. And it's great because it's a great way to mention the paperback originals that have recently been published. But it's all a vehicle. I don't think that it's, you know, the trend pieces can sometimes be kind of false. Yeah, I mean, I think that paperback originals specifically, because I work with them, I can speak to them better than the entire state of publishing. I think that they've gotten a lot more respect in the past, you know, 3 to 5 years. You know, especially, I mean, David Mitchell decided to do Cloud Atlas, and you know, when they said they were going to make my book a paperback original, I mean, talk about putting your money where your mouth is, you know, of course, you know, I said, go for it. You know, it's essays by an unknown author. Good luck making that in hardcover. No, because my eyes are bad. I don't think it'll replace books. I think it's a great device. I do. I just can't imagine it being a real threat to the printed word. There's some other device that came out from Amazon, wasn't there, like 4 or 5 years ago, that wasn't as sophisticated as the Kindle, but everybody sort of saw it as the heralding of, you know, an end of an era. That's it. There's no more binding. There's no more, you know, lying by the beach and spilling your book in water and having it ruined, and, you know, there's no more old-smelling paper, and everything's done. But people fundamentally like to have books on their shelves. It helps. You know, I think we're sort of nostalgic as a culture, and it's a sort of a marker of when you read it, to actually look at the actual book. It's kind of an amazing thing if you think about it. You don't get that looking at the side of a DVD case, you know, the way you do with the spine of a book. And if nothing else, then for totally superficial reasons. Hardcovers sell exceedingly well in Los Angeles. Paperbacks tend to have a mixed bag. Part of the reason that happens is because people want it to put on their shelves. It's a visual thing, you know, it's an object. So I don't know if that's the best motivation to keep the printed word alive. The same way, you know, oh, this is my copy of Dubliners that, you know, my great-grandfather gave me. It doesn't really matter, though. I don't think it's going anywhere.